quiet my heart, relive the moment, changed my life like a movie scene that's in slow motion.
Yeah, what's happening, y'all? Shyne Pro. So, my Twitter going off. You got all these cyber geeks and cyber nerds out there. They feelings a little bit hurt. So, I just want to make it clear, when it comes to Kendrick Lamar's new album, you dig? I feel Kendrick Lamar has great potential, and he's talented, and he can make a classic album. You dig? I wholeheartedly believe that. But, GKMC is not that. It's trash. You dig? Part of making a great album is you have to have everything. That's what makes Michael Jordan Michael Jordan. He can shoot from the outside. He can shoot from the inside. You understand? He can play defense. Like when Jordan won the MVP, he won all defense. He did everything. You understand? So you have to be a complete artist. You understand? And I just feel, Good Kid didn't deliver that. You dig? The beats was trash. So once your beats is trash, where we go from there? I don't really want to listen to what you got to say. If that's the case, you understand, I could listen to Cornel West, or I could listen to some spoken language album. That's not what we do. That's not what rap is. That's not what music is. Music is the ability to say what you want to say, you know what I'm saying, to the rhythm, with the melody, and make something that you could feel. That's what Tupac did. You understand? That's what Jay and Ye do. That's an art. You know what I'm saying? There's been mad dudes that was nice. You understand? They got the crazy wordplay and the crazy content and say profound, in-depth things. Listen, B, that's not what it's about. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to look at me very carefully. See my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, the album is trash. You understand? They hyped him up. You understand? And I was looking forward to a great record. I was looking forward to being inspired. I like to see young brothers, accomplish and set the standard and push the envelope. I love to see that. I don't want that to not happen. I'm good, but I'm just giving my honest opinion, which I think is important. We can't live in a world where because somebody is popular and they got the Interscope machine behind them, then they could do no wrong and we just gonna be robotic about it. No, I'm allowed to feel how I feel, and I feel, for a young kid coming up, there needs to be balance. He needs to know when he didn't deliver. He didn't deliver. Undeniable is undeniable. You understand? Dudes is just caught up in the hype right now. Dudes is caught up in the PR. And I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? The album was trash. His lyrics is on point. He's nice. But that's not what making a great record is. When dudes start comparing you to Bob Dylan, and when dudes start comparing you to Bob Dylan and start talking about you being the savior and about, you know what I'm saying, then I want to see what all the fuss is about. You understand? And I paid for my pay-per-view. I paid for the album. And I was disappointed. You understand? I was disappointed. So y'all can feel how y'all want to feel. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't agree with me, I'm good. But there's no hating. It's no mad. I'm not disrespecting the young kid. I'm not trying to hate on him. It had nothing to do with that. Shyne Poe was good. You understand? It's been 12 years since my first album. I'm still here. You dig? I don't ask for nobody to follow me on Twitter. I don't ask for, the blogs to pick up my story. I say what I say. I'm talking to my gangland army. If you ain't feeling it, get off my timeline. You know what I'm saying? If the blogs think however they think, then don't repeat the story. It don't matter to me. Shyne is always here. Shyne is always going to be here. But the album is trash, and I'm sticking to my story. But I do think Kendrick Lamar has the potential to make a great album. I do think he can make a classic album, and I'd like to see him do that. But he's never going to do that if I just say, oh, all right, yeah. Nah, he got to know that. That's how it is from my block. On my block, dude's going to tell you what it is. You know what I'm saying? They're going to tell you to your face what it is, and you're going to feel how you want to feel. You got to hold that down. You know what I'm saying? The album is trash.